Maka sir. Can we start now? Maka sir.
Ma'am, unmute yourself, ma'am. Mita, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Mita ma'am, you can
We
start
are
now.
not able to. Mita, ma'am, क्या प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है? दूसरे से दोनों से अनम्यूट हो. आपकी आवाज वापस नहीं आ रही. आवाज अभी तो प्रॉपर आवाज आ रही थी आपकी. नहीं, आवाज नहीं आ रही.
Hi, can you hear me?
Hey, hi Sarakan, how are you?
Hi, I'm well. Sorry, I didn't get the link and I'm sorry for being late.
Yeah, it's okay, no problem, no problem. Most welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ranin.
Okay.
You can start now, Mita ma'am.
I just want to just get something from here quickly. Mhm. Who's going to be the first one talking?
Yeah, you are. I think we are going to start with you. I think so.
Is it with me? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. I just want to save this quickly.
You just wait before you start. Let's our this host. She should announce your name.
Indrabhuvan Singh, sir. Hello, Makhan, sir. Sir,
Yeah,
am
we
I
can hear you.
audible?
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am,
yeah,
you are
you're
getting
audible.
to. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am,
sir.
yes.
Shall we start?
Yeah, yeah. Please, please.
Sir, YouTube पे हो गया live?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am, yes. Ma'am.
Okay. A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you all are doing well in the tough times of COVID-19 pandemic. On behalf of the proud family of Devadithya Foundation, I, Dr. Meeta Shah, extend a warm welcome to and for an inspiring session on art, the way to positivity. I feel privileged to be your host today and welcome you all to this talented community. It is my pleasure to welcome all the participants today for this international webinar. I extend a hearty welcome to our eminent guest speakers from all over the globe and different walks of life who have come here to share their knowledge and vast experience. Art, in my eyes, is something that liberates the soul. Every child is an artist. The problem is how to remain an artist once he grows up. To practice any art, no matter how well or badly, one simply has to begin. We use a glass mirror to see our face, but our works of art are a mirror to see our soul. So, art is nothing but a gateway to our soul, and more we use it, more is what we have. Our topic connects art with positivity. Let us understand, why is it important to be positive? Research shows one can live longer just by being a positive thinker, as well as a smaller chance of becoming depressed or distressed. And interestingly, a positive thinker is less likely to catch cold. I suppose if someone catches cold in this time, definitely it gives us shivers, isn't it? Because we just have that fear in our mind that this person may be suffering from corona. So if you are positive, you will definitely have lesser chances of catching cold too. When you are positive, you think positive and make people around you positive as well. So it is a positive thinker who is happier and healthier. It makes a big difference in your life when you stay positive. This webinar is a proud initiative of Devadithya Foundation in this direction. That is connecting art with positivity. The year 2020 has been one of turbulence and disruption that will have a far reaching impact on everyone. Humankind is going through a new and unprecedented uh, experience with the effect of COVID-19 pandemic. The current crisis is not of the pandemic alone. Rather, it is of the far reaching consequences on human behavior. Addressing these repercussions should not be limited to taking ad hoc costly measures limited to the current situation, but should prompt us to think about putting into place innovative measures and actions that go beyond the pandemic. The pandemic has taken a toll on our mental health as well. So much of negativity, bereavement, isolation, loss of income, and fear are triggering mental health conditions. Many people may be facing increased levels of alcohol and drug use, insomnia, and anxiety. Meanwhile, COVID 19 itself can lead to neurological and mental complications such as delirium, agitation, and even stroke. Good mental health is absolutely fundamental to overall health and well being. We see four major human implications to expect from people's behavior now and next, which are likely to shape. The first is it has taken the cost of our confidence. The virtual century, we are now a part of the virtual world, which has got both the positive as well as a negative impact. Every business is a health business. We are unable to think beyond health industry. And moreover, cocooning. We have stayed in our house. We still want to be at our house. We feel unsafe when we move out and interact with people. So, to a certain extent, we have cocooned ourselves to our houses only, which is not good for our personality as well as our mental health. This year has changed the world forever. For each of us, life is going to be marked in two periods, pre-COVID era and post-COVID era. As lockdown and mobility restrictions came into force, the sources of solace were, of course, digital connectivity, realizing self, and practicing our hobbies. In fact, the concept of webinars and discussions on online platform is also an outcome of COVID era. So with so much negativity around, we need to practice the art of positivity by the following ways. We need to give ourselves positive affirmations rather than just concentrating upon negativity. Let us start giving positive affirmations to ourselves every day. We can do it. We have it in us. We are blessed. Expect the best always. But yes, be prepared for the worst. Don't let it just affect you. Surround yourself with the right people. Make a good start of the day. Practice gratitude. Above all, practice any art, which can be singing, gardening, cooking, painting, drawing, dancing, and whatever makes your soul happy. The list is endless. This webinar will focus on the following topics. It's going to redefine art according to the prevailing conditions. Creativity is multidimensional, as already discussed. So through our guest speakers, we will explore these. How can art encourage our new generation? Art as a booster for improving our mental health and provide the strength to cope up with frustration and depression. It is not just a soul soother, it is also a medium for employment generation. It is art which has the power to transform us from where we are to where we should be. So, art is nothing but a journey towards the best version of ourselves. Now, without taking much of your time, I would introduce our eminent guest for today. Our first guest for the webinar is Ma'am Janritha Amroti from Jordan. Ma'am is a visual artist from Jordan. She is the president of Worldwide International Arts across Jordan chapter. She has earned her bachelor's degree from Petra University and a diploma from the Institute of Fine Arts Ministry of Culture. She taught art at Petra University and has her own business. She has won in many competitions and received various awards. Her works of art has been exhibited in Jordan, Lebanon, Austria, Algeria, France, Spain, USA, Syria, and many more. We welcome you, ma'am. It's a pleasure to have you with us here today.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
My pleasure,
I'm
ma'am.
honored and pleasure to be with you today.
Thank you, ma'am. Our next guest, ma'am Pega Gol from Dubai, could not make it for this event today, but I would surely expect her to be a part of her for our upcoming initiatives. Our next guest is ma'am Rania Lampu from Greece. Thank you. Welcome again, ma'am. This is your second association with our Devadithya Foundation, and we are really happy to have you here with us. Ma'am has been awarded almost 24 national and international awards. She's also a finalist for Global Teacher Prize 2019 and the Global Teacher Award 2020 winner. She's a passionate researcher on cognitive neurosciences and psychology. She's a founder and international coordinator for international projects. She's also an author of scientific books for children. She promotes STEM vision by introducing STEM in astronomy and physics. I also wish to mention here that ma'am has received an award of honor from African Transformer Institute for her outstanding contributions to education and development. Congratulations, dear ma'am, from Team Devadithya. She is currently working at the Greek Ministry of Education at the Directorate of Education and Technology. It is indeed an impressive profile, and I'm sure the audience would benefit from your experience and knowledge. We welcome you, ma'am. Our next guest is Princess Grace from Nigeria. Ma'am is one of the top African emerging entrepreneur. She's the CEO of a conglomerate housing beauty brand, body care, jewelry, and modeling industry. She's also a peace ambassador, HR consultant, motivational speaker, and a humanitarian. She is an ex-beauty queen who has been honored locally and internationally. She has used diver medium to touch lives positively in the society. She's also the director, Girl Child Awareness Program, which is an initiative for advocacy of the girl child protection and gender equality in India. We welcome you, ma'am. We welcome you, ma'am. Are you there, ma'am? Our next guest is ma'am Yasmin Hassan from Egypt. Ma'am is an Egyptian visual artist and arts critic. She's president at International Arts and Authors Club Egypt chapter, art director, and owner First Look. She holds a BSc in Fine Arts, Graphics, and has a diploma in art criticism. Ma'am has obtained many prizes. She has obtained a grant from the Egyptian Ministry of Culture. She has also participated in many international and national conferences, symposiums, and workshops. She expresses live ideas, feelings, etc. through her paintings to create a new language from it. We welcome you, ma'am.
Hello, thank you.
Welcome, ma'am. Welcome
Hello.
to our initiative.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be with all of you today.
Same here, ma'am.
Here.
Our next guest is Vadana Sarik from Croatia. Ma'am is a professor and mentor of economics. Croatia, she has a long list of achievements. The remarkable ones are, ma'am is a national coordinator of ENO, that is Environmental, Online, and also the national coordinator of the Magical Intercultural Friendship Network project, initiator and participant of a project called PIN, which is with a sanction of 100,000 euros. Mentor of students in various national and international competitions. Ma'am is working in the specialist study of accounting, auditor, and analysis. We welcome you, ma'am.
Hello.
Ma'am, are you there?
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you. Welcome.
Our next guest is Ma'am Carrie Franco from Mexico. Ma'am is a visual artist, poet, has a diploma in NLP, that is Neuro Linguistic Programming, and Emotional Intelligence, educated in applied art theory and art curatorship. She has participated in different individual and group exhibitions in various countries. She has participated in various publications in Mexico, Spain, and the Dominican Republic. Ma'am has been recognized with the pride of the Hispanic art community. She is a member of various prestigious organizations, director of art of Quadro Latino International from 2015 to 2016, founder of Latin American Women Awards, and CEO of 60 Virtual Gallery. We are privileged to have you here with us today, ma'am. Welcome. Our next guest is Miss Christina Scaler. Ma'am is a teacher advisor for the mechanical engineering stream. She is also a speed reading and learning coach, leader of educational and creative workshops, and training 12 methodological modules. We welcome you, ma'am. And our last speaker for this event today is ma'am Geraldine Govender. Ma'am is a La Femme Worldwide winner in 2019, Empress winner South Africa 2018, International Ambassador, Guinness World Record winner, and international model, economic influencer, founder of Kerry and Global Show, Global Fashionista humanitarian organization. She is also the president of Progressive Women South Africa. Welcome, we welcome you, ma'am. Heartiest welcome to you all. So it is indeed a list of talented speakers with us here today, and surely it's going to be a learning experience for all of us. Before we begin this event formally, I also wish to introduce the mind behind this webinar. Not only the mind behind this webinar, but the soul of Devadithya Foundation, our very own Mr. Indra Bhuvan Kumar Singh, sir, from Tanzania, who is known for his positivity, motivational attitude, and above all, a very calm and peaceful person I have ever come across. Sir is a CEO at METL Agro Limited. He is a CEO, business head, mentor, coach, and entrepreneur trainer. He has over 15 years of experience. Sir has a book entitled The New Ways of Self-Transformation on his name. And well, this is the creation of your mind, sir. This topic is your baby. This event is yours, sir. So, but still, me being the host, I'm welcoming you. We extend a very warm welcome to you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Last but not the least is the indispensable part of this webinar, who have always played a prominent role right from the initiation to completion. I welcome our team of technical coordinators, diligent and ever smiling Professor Makhan Kumbhkar. Sir is not just into this technical support for these webinars of ours, but he is also a renowned academician at Christian Eminent College, Indore. Sir has got various publications in national and international seminars. He is also pursuing his PhD in computer science. And above all, he has got a few patents registered on his name. So he is not only an expert in computers, he has an illustrious profile as an academician too. And we also have Dr. Shweta Rai with us here today, who is also a part of Devadithya Foundation and extremely talented, and she also is pursuing her PhD. Well, ma'am, we welcome you both. This webinar would not have been possible without you both. Now, over to Indra Bhuvan Kumar Singh, sir, to throw light on Devadithya Foundation and then mark the beginning of this webinar by inviting our first speaker to give this webinar a real start. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mita ma'am. And good morning to Croatia, and good evening to India, and good afternoon to the rest of the world. First of all, my heartiest thanks to all my guest speakers who accepted my this request as a guest speaker for this international webinar in a very short notice and a very short span of time. So my heartiest thanks from my bottom of the heart on behalf of Devadithya Foundation. Devadithya Foundation is formed in 2019 in Jharkhand, India. Our mission of this foundation to help the needy peoples, to educate children under the special needs, because the child is always very special for everyone, whether that children belongs to rich or poor or middle class family. Every child is special for their parents. So our one core agenda of this foundation is how to educate, how to upgrade the standard of children also in their particular domain. In addition to that, we also want to contribute for women empowerment, as this world is going to celebrate International Women's Day tomorrow on 8th of March. And for that, sir, we are keeping in the mind, in my today event, we invited all our eminent and you can say influential women in different arena, in different fields, and they are contributing best part for the welfare of our society, for the welfare of our nation, from all across the world. So without women, nobody can imagine this world. So women empowerment is also very indispensable part of anybody in their life. So for that's why this Devadithya Foundation always trying to give the chance to women for their upliftment, for their empowerment. In addition to that, we are also trying for the educational sector, where we can create the opportunities for the students, for the children, those who are under the needs of even under financial some constraints, those who are facing, so they can have this kind of education for their future. Now, Devadithya Foundation, as today we have all our foreign speakers all across the world, from all across the corner. The meaning of Devadithya is Lord Sun in Hindu Vedic. Lord Sun represents the source of energy, source of positivity, and he always giving us right direction to go on right path. As we all aware in this current pandemic situation, when the world is struggling against this COVID-19. So this positivity in ourselves, in our surroundings, is very, very important. It's going to play a critical role. And why we choose this topic today? Because very rightly said by our host ma'am, Mita ma'am, now this world is changing towards virtual world. Now seminar is replaced by webinar. Now the classes is replaced by online classes. So world is changing according to the current pandemic situation. So time has come to upgrade us, to keep in mind how this art can help us, or how this art can change our mindset in positive way. So the art way towards positivity. That is our theme of today webinar. And as every human being is artist, it's not like that if somebody is singing or dancing or something like that, and then he become or she become an artist. No, everyone is artist in their personal life, and they have to play their part. So this art can be multidimensional. It can be in the form of singing, dancing, or crafting, or drawing, or anything else. But art definitely can change the mindset of people. And why it required in current scenario? Because of this current pandemic situation, where people are frustrated, demotivated, become jobless, what to do next. So this topic can throw some lights, how we can change our attitude, how we can change our thought process, and how we can go on right direction. So this art is very, very indispensable part of our life. And what we need to understand the importance of this topic. And we have to replicate this art into our day-to-day life. The positivity is very important, which we call transformation or self-realization. And this topic is going to give us light towards transformation of ourselves, of our inner self, towards positivity. So I will not take up too much time. So, so that is the today topic for this webinar, and we have all the guest speakers from all across the globe. Once again, welcome to all of you on behalf of Devadithya Foundation, and let's start this webinar by inviting the first speaker of this webinar, Miss Janarita Aramuti from Jordan.
Hello.
Yeah, hi Janarita.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, everyone. Hello from Jordan.
Hello.
Yes. Okay, I will start. Our topic today is art, a way to positivity. I always love to talk about this topic to let people know that art is not only a way to make beautiful and a creative artwork, it is also a way to positivity. And at this pandemic and a global pandemic time, everyone knows how the world is suffering from the last COVID-19. So we, at this time, we really need a way to positivity. There are many studies about art and colors in healing, or we call that art therapy and healing colors. They define each color in psychology. I also have an article about this topic, and I added to it about the relationship between colors and physiology, not only the psychology. So each color can be associated with our human body parts, or and that depends on the color of the part of our body. And I will tell you about there are many ways to use colors and art to take the advantages of them, or to take the positive effects of them. I will tell you the simple way that everybody can use it, because you don't have to be an artist to do that, and the artistic talent is not important. So you just put on the paper or any media you want, and you start. Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay.
We can hear you.
Yeah, okay. And you start paint spontaneously, and control your feeling during the process. At the end, you take a look about the colors that you have used, and according to the meaning of each color in psychology, you can know the meaning of that, and why you used it, and what the problem that you have. That could be a message from your subconscious mind that you need this color, and your body need it. So you have to increase using this color. And but you have to be careful, because some people use each color or some color just because they have seen it around, or they saw it in another painting. So you have to be careful, because the increase, like the decrease, is it is bad. So you have to make a balance of using each color. And I will tell you an example. For example, the gray color, it is a neutral color, and if you use gray color so much, as that depends on the meaning of each color in psychology, that could mean, or that could represent that you are very controlled, practical, you are mature and responsible. Okay, but too much gray, as I said, you don't have to uh, increase the using of the color. Too much gray, especially the dark gray, could mean depression, isolation, or boring. So you have to make balance. Don't use any color, not only gray, too much. And the gray color is good for healing color, so it can help in soothing, relaxing, and in difficult life situations. It's good also because it is associated with lungs in our human body, in our parts of the human body. So it could help in recovery from diseases of the lungs, such as COVID-19. And each color has a definition like that. I will share the article with you to learn and read more about each color and the way of using them. Okay, I will stop here to let other artists to talk, and I hope you will take the benefits and the advantages of the article and the using of each color. Good luck for everyone, and thank you for inviting me today. I'm happy to be with you. Thank you very much. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I finished. Thank you.
yeah. Thank you so much, Janarita. It was really
Welcome.
a wonderful, explanation of this topic and very nicely presented. And I would like to compliment you for your nice background, which I very like. It's
Thank
a very,
you.
it's a very
This is
well composed
my
color
painting.
that I can see, and it's very encouraging and motivating. Other people also when I was going through
Thank
this
you.
one, and how you presented your this color combination sequence, how color represents the feelings, or how color represents the human beings, their moods. So color
Okay,
also,
yeah.
yeah, color
Yeah,
also
as I
play.
said,
Yeah, yeah, please.
oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Continue.
yeah, please.
Hello.
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 Yeah, as I
Uh,
said, each color has a meaning. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you're audible, Mitaji.
Uh, Thank you so much, ma'am, for your wonderful session and the way you have associated colors and how colors help us in dealing with our issues as well as developing ourselves. You've also mentioned the power of the subconscious mind over here. I could make it. And I would also like to compliment you for the wonderful background. I'm sure it's painted by you, ma'am. Is that so?
Yes,
Is
this
this
is
your
my
creation?
painting. Yes,
It's
I
beautiful.
used
It's
mixed
beautiful.
media and acrylic colors on canvas.
And
Thank you very much.
it's really beautiful, ma'am. You have explained the importance of colors and how to use colors in the right way. That is what we all need to know. And what I liked was the way you have associated colors with how colors can have an effect over our behavior and our moods. That was very well explained, ma'am. Thank you so much for this session. Now, I would like to
Yeah,
invite
madam.
Thank you
our
very much.
next speaker for this webinar, that is Ma'am Rania Lampo from Greece. Over to you, ma'am. Over to you for your Rania Lampo, ma'am.
Greetings.
Ma'am, I really like your smile and the way I'm sure you must have made a presentation for this session too.
Of course. Greetings from Athens, from Greece. Thank you very much for this kind invitation to be today part of this so enriching event about art. Today, I'm Rania Lampo. I'm a STEM instructor. I'm trying to combine STEM with arts and science. And I'm also president of International Art Acts for Greece. Today, we're going to explore the crucial role of arts in all spheres of life in the post-COVID era. And the second part, I'm going to show you some of my multi-award winning STEM projects combining art and science. May I share my presentation?
Yeah, yeah, you can share your screen. Now you are co-host.
Is it visible now?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So the world in which we live and work has become increasingly economically, politically, and culturally interconnected. The impact of both economic crisis and post-pandemic crisis was felt on a worldwide scale, the repercussions of which still reverberate across all sectors and pose a serious risk to sustainable development. So terms like globalization, that means the process by which the people of the world are unified into a single society and function together, and localization, what we call think globally, act locally, have entered the mainstream to describe the relationship of communities to a more integrated global landscape. Arts and culture are crucial in this time of global crisis. Culture must not be forgotten in the search for a pathway through this world crisis. The arts play a pivotal role in moderating the complexities of globalization. We have seen the ability of the arts to act as a conduit for strengthening transnational community connections. They contribute to economic opportunity and community vitality. The arts can open dialogue among diverse groups, by creating safe spaces for engagement, thus allowing new relationships to take root. They help us understand and bridge cultural distinctions, and through the multiple means of expression, the arts actually help give voice. What is the role of the arts in cultural diplomacy? The arts can play multiple roles in strengthening cultural relations globally. Because they act as powerful catalysts for opening new dialogue, building bridges to better understanding, and providing the creative common ground from which new ideas and relations are sown. Cultural interaction in its broadest sense profoundly influences both negatively and positively the world's political and economic systems. The arts can be a positive force in tipping those interactions, in the cultural interactions towards the positive. And although states and corporations, individuals are often economically and politically entwined with one another, problems erupt where we are not as culturally interconnected as we need to be. So the need to deepening cross-cultural and transnational understanding is of utmost importance. Especially in the post-COVID era, in envisioning a greater role for the arts and cultural diplomacy and engagement, we need to identify, of course, and increase new public-private resource opportunities and innovative approaches to support the national cultural engagement, to encourage new investments in the national cultural exchange through mechanisms like microfinancing, encourage the use of social networking and other online media tools to enhance international connections and disseminate best practices, develop programs to provide distance and synchronous learning opportunities for artists and cultural workers from different cultures, provide training for arts and cultural organizations in the use of new technology strategies, and of course, create online interactive manuals and tools for organizations wishing to pursue international collaborations. During the COVID pandemic in Greece, we developed alternative ways for citizens to access culture because this was a basic priority since the outbreak of the pandemic, as culture has proven to be the citizens' refuge. In this context, the Hellenic Ministry of Culture and Sports has built a repository of cultural content consisting of material from the huge cultural reserve, monuments, museums, archaeological sites, publications, as well as contemporary cultural productions. And these include, among others, digital tours of museum collections, online showing of performance, motion pictures, and concerts and courses. This reservoir is continuously enriched with new material. And furthermore, the Ministry, with the support of Ministry of Digital Governance, introduced a new cultural platform to inform and connect citizens with daily cultural happenings in Greece and abroad, and host all aforementioned content. You mentioned about the mental health disorders. During the COVID pandemic, adults and especially children suffer from serious mental health disorders, such as depression, anxiety, insomnia, irritability, poor concentration, adjustment disorder, chronic stress, post-traumatic stress disorder, and a survey in China showed high rates of anxiety among college students, and in the United Kingdom, young people with existing mental health problems reported that their conditions have been aggravated. So art. What are now the role of art? Art has been a part of our daily lives for a very long period of time. It has existed even before civilization exists. So it has also been a part of our culture that gives us identity among others. It also provides a number of benefits that we don't usually notice, because with the help of art, we're able to express themselves freely without any hesitation. It can help us release the emotions that they want to let go for a very long period of time. And art during the COVID pandemic can be a refuge from the intense emotions associated with illness. There are no limits to the imagination in finding creative ways of expressive anxiety. It can be a powerful way to help people express these feelings through tactile, for example, involvement at the somatic level, as well as to facilitate verbal communication and cathartic release, and reveal symbols that cannot be expressed through words. We noticed all around the world how many artistic competitions, and especially school competitions, were organized based on the topic of the COVID pandemic. And this shows actually how arts during online lessons can liberate soul and mind and function in cathartic ways. So art can be also a form of communication. It's a form of expression. We express to communicate. We use art to communicate with other people. We use it to show other people how to feel, to make them understand the things we can't vocally say. So it allows us to understand each other. With art, people understand each other without the use of words. It also adds beauty to our life because art of different forms provide aesthetic beauty and color to everything. We need art at everyday life. We might not notice it, but we need to create art every day. In everything we do, art is always present. Every time you become creative, you become artistic. Without art, life would be colorless. What is happening about the positive power of art? Over the past decade, health psychologists have cautiously begun looking at how the arts might be used in a variety of ways to heal emotional injuries, increase understanding of oneself and others, develop a capacity for self-reflection, reduce symptoms and other behaviors and thinking patterns. So engagement with creative activities has the potential to contribute toward reducing stress and depression, can serve as a vehicle for alleviating the burden of chronic disease. For primary therapies, according to this research, have emerged: music engagement, visual arts therapy, movement-based creative expression, and expressive writing. The idea that creative expression can make a powerful contribution to the healing process has been embraced in many different cultures. Throughout recorded history, people have used pictures, stories, dances, and chants as healing rituals. So when we do something creative, we are self-making. Not only does art allow us to self-reflect, but it also has a positive impact on our overall health and well-being. Research shows that participating in creative activity can have a positive influence on health outcomes. It can decrease symptoms of depression, as we said before, improve memory, problem solving, and other cognitive functions, and as well as increasing cardiovascular health and help address daily mobility and balance issues. It can improve social isolation, cross-generational learning, and provide an outlet to explore difficult emotions. It can also be used as a tool to manage persistent chronic pain and a variety of other chronic illnesses. Art helps us to think about the world around us in new and exciting ways and help us discover more about ourselves as individuals and what we want to share with those around us. Especially visual art, music, dance, creative writing, dramatic play, and theater have been used for decades to enhance individual experience in hospitals and mental health treatment centers. Music is the most accessible and most researched medium of art and healing, and there has been a principal emphasis on the soothing capacity of music. Of course, music therapy has been shown to improve cases of anxiety. Visual arts. Art helps people express themselves that are too difficult to put in words, such as in cases about cancer. According to research, some people turn to making visual arts after cancer diagnosis, and artistic self-expression might contribute to maintenance or reconstruction of a positive identity. So engaging in different types of visual art, the research showed that this helped them focus on positive life experiences, relieving their ongoing preoccupation with cancer. It enhanced their self-worth and identity by providing them with opportunities to demonstrate continuity, challenge, and achievement, and it enabled them to maintain a social identity that resisted being defined by cancer. Finally, it allowed them to express their feelings in a symbolic manner, especially during chemotherapy. So what about now, why arts is important? According to neuroeducation, I forgot to say that I am a neuroeducation researcher. When a person learns a simple concept, the brain creates synapses, neural synapses that connect that concept to his previous experiences. So the integration of the arts, this is learning, what we call learning. The integration of arts not only helps the student to explore a concept from different perspectives, but also uses all the different ways of learning, leading to the creation of more neural synapses. So this is science. And why art and science, the combination is very important. The world is at the turning point for sustainable development, and there is an evolving need to identify and enact new pathways to action in the face of constantly shifting social realities. So the aspirational nature of the UN Agenda 2030 and its sustainable development goals has been used as a central tenet to inspire numerous meaningful and impactful transdisciplinary partnerships, including between art and science actors. Collaborations between artists and scientists are increasingly a feature of the cultural landscape. Traditionally, this relationship is seen as art in the service of science, whereby artists use their skills to visually communicate complex scientific ideas. However, a hybrid form of collaborative, experimentally driven practice has emerged over the last 30 years, where artists and scientists work together to explore the creative possibilities and speculative features represented by the intersection of those two cultures. So historically, there has been a strong connection between art and science, both of which share a common goal to understand and describe the world around us, as well as provide avenues for communication and inquiry. This connection provides a clear avenue for engaging multiple audiences at once and evoking emotion and intuition. So scientists work to develop solutions for problems that should be testable or repeatable by others in order to be considered true. On the other hand, artists work to invent problems that only they can solve, and in so doing reveal particular truths. Art and science are often seen as two oppositional disciplines with very separate ideas. Sometimes they're described as separate human activities, mismatched and contradicting each other. However, they are not so disparate. They both require observation, intuition, inspiration, passion, dedication, discipline, and both can inspire each other. It is surprising also that the most important element of research and research networking is creative thinking. So arts and science shape culture, and culture shapes how individuals judge the world. Arts and science complete each other. Why? Because first of all, there are no divisions between curriculum areas. The work of science needs creativity as well as critical thinking. The thinking in science is stimulated by artistic activity, and we saw what these activities may stimulate the brain in ways that might not be engaged by traditional science activities. Collaboration between arts and science is the heart of the modern economy, and organizing curricula to accommodate science along with pedagogy is very important. As I said before, I'm a STEMist. Here we can see what an academic journal said, that it's important to looking at something only through the scientific lens is too limited. There are times when the poets get there first. And it's when you multiply perspectives, and for me, in this case, that means natural history, social history, neurosciences. That's when I find by multiplying those different lenses is where you really get a full picture. So I said before, I'm a STEM instructor. If we integrate science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, if we integrate arts in this acronym, we obtain STEAM. STEAM is a new trend in education. STEAM is the future of education, is interdisciplinary approach. Here we can see an example. So in CERN, in the European Organization for Nuclear Research, they established a program called Collide to foster ingenuity through the exchange of ideas between scientists and artists. And this initiative brings world-class artists to the laboratory in Geneva for residence of up to 3 months. So the artists use scientific data and computer-generated animations to probe how scientific instruments and discoveries in particle physics influence the perception of nature. I have the chance to participate as a flexible zone teacher in a very innovative and pioneering program organized by CERN, which concerns teaching of modern physics, in particular particle physics, to primary school students. And there we had to depict it, the particle CMS detector, in very multiple artistic ways. Of course, because you can't teach science, you can't teach particle physics to primary school students without integrating art. It's impossible. So here you can see how it is CMS detector at CERN. Here is the structure. And what we did here, we did some artistic representations of the CMS detector. Here we can see some quantum representation, presentations of the CMS detector through collages using jewelries, structures using Legos, wooden representations of the CMS detector, 3D printing. This was a rather challenging project because it lasted 100 hours and 100 hours for assembling. This is a representation of Higgs boson, paintings of particle collisions as a CMS exhibition. LHC, the Large Hadron Collider. Gastronomy and art here, because we represented CMS detector through a dessert. Other artistic representations of CMS, models of the Atlas particle detector Atlas using the technique shadowing light, many portraits of natural scientists, maquettes, artistic representations of CERN's installations. And here is an exhibition about supernova. I have done many paintings and exhibitions about many astronomical events, phenomena. And all these awards, all these projects have been so far awarded with 53 so far in the national awards. And for all this project, I was elected among the best teachers in the world with the Global Teacher Prize. Thank you very much for your attention. Okay, I forgot to say also that I have created with my students, very important because it's the International Women's Day tomorrow. We have created a very important educational video about women physicists from Marie Curie's time till today. And it's important because it is based on a STEAM project and the portraits of 30 eminent women, and you can find this. This video was awarded in the competition, European competition, the best in STEM. It was aired on the national the television, and also the European School Radio. You can find it free on YouTube on my channel. Thank you very much for your attention. If you have any question, I am at your disposal.
Thank you for your wonderful presentation, ma'am. Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, this presentation was very informative, and moreover, the sequence was also arranged so well that it could help us to understand the relationship of how you have associated art with STEM. And from your presentation, all I'm going to remember is because that is the benefits of art. You have explained so well that art is a form of expression. It is a way to communicate. It adds beauty to life, and it is a power to. It is actually a soul booster. So it is a window to our soul. So and the best was life would be nothing without art. So definitely art is something that we seriously need to work upon. First of all, the problem is not just in practicing art, ma'am. The problem is that people are unable to identify what they are good at and what is the art that they have and how can they utilize it. So I don't know how we as teachers can really help people around to identify themselves first, know what they are good at, and then develop themselves on that in that particular field. So whosoever realizes it can surely become positive and deal with depression, and the one who is unable to realize needs people like you around them. Thank you so much for this session, and we really look forward to having you again with us. I would like
Thanks,
to call
Rania.
up sir, you want to say something?
Yeah, thank you so much,
Yes, sir.
Rania. And I'm a big fan of your wonderful presentation, as usual. And you always, present in a fantastic way. And especially, I picked up from your 2-3 topics, points from your presentation. There is a great need of R in current scenario. This collaboration between arts and science, which I can say, this is the urgent need of the R. And all across the world, people should understand how we can collaborate or how we can do the mutual coordination between arts and science so that we can work together as a team for the betterment of the peoples. In addition to that, your STEM project is STEM, especially this science, technology, and this arts and mathematics. These all 4 things are very important in this current pandemic situation so that people can understand what is required to be happy and to upgrade their life. So once again, thank you so much, Daniel, for a wonderful and informative session. Thank you so much. Yeah, Rita ma'am, carry on.
Now I would like to invite upon Princess Grace from Nigeria. Ma'am, are you there? Princess Grace? Sir?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Ma'am has not logged in?
No,
No, ma'am.
Okay. Our next speaker is Ma'am Yasmin Hassan from Egypt. Yasmin, ma'am.
Hi.
Welcome, ma'am. Ma'am, over to you for your views on art, the way to positivity. Over to you, ma'am.
Hi. Hello, everyone. I'd like it's a great pleasure to welcome all of you today. I'd like to say that we find art everywhere. So I'd like to begin my word by how art can achieve positivity for for every person, however you are artist or not artist. Uh, Art always influencing us on a daily basis, however we realize it or not. All kind of art can affect our mood in a positive way, making us feel happier, calmer, or even inspired to make something. When you're making art, when you make a painting, you will find the energy to make another things in your life with full energy. Visual arts production can actually change the wiring of the brain, improving areas that help us manage stress, change a behavior, and improve psychological resilience. Also, art is source of powerful because it's able to make additional encouragers, and it also remarkable mood of depicting culture from all over the world. For all that, I see art is the most way to and the most important things for making the people feeling better and do and achieve them to live their life in a positive way. I know that COVID-19 have affected in all of us, but every person must have the ability to change the reality, must believe in himself. Um, I see maybe you are not artist, but when you take a paper and a pen and begin to make lines, just lines, each line of it have a meaning. Maybe you are don't have an idea what will you draw, or what are you doing now by this line, but you get through this line, but believe that you put your feelings on this line and searching for positivity, and each line you draw have a meaning. So you have to continue, and you will get better. um, I I don't like to talk just about painting as it's my preferring art, but really all arts, all kinds of arts have the way for positivity. So you have believe in yourself, search about your talents, however you prefer painting, dance, music. Search for something which help you to live better and make your mood better and make you and change your behavior for better, so you will be able to make a product and make your working live with your family in peace of mind and be able to continue your life. I don't want to talk more and to left space for other artists to talk. So thank you for everyone.
Thank you for your expressions, ma'am. Thank you for your kind words.
Thank you.
Now I would like to, sir, would you like to say anything? Indra Bhuvan Kumar Singh, sir?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I just want to compliment her for her kind gesture. Even today, she is traveling, and but she's attending this webinar, and she stopped her car somewhere, and she's attending our webinar. So special thanks from my bottom of heart for such kind of commitment and such kind of kind gesture, and of course our all audience and this our peoples, they must get benefited from her nice view how this art can improve their life and how they can bring the positivity in their thinking, in their thought process. So once again, ma'am, thank you so much for your kind gesture.
Now I would like to invite our next speaker for this webinar, that is Ma'am Vardana Sarik from Croatia.
Hello, everyone. It's my pleasure to be with all of you today. Thank you, Sir Indra Bhuvan, for this opportunity. Today, I will talk about folklore in Slavonia as a form of traditional and artist dance. And show two short video about this. You can see at beginning as I allow about this topic that I'm not perfect in that, but many people in Slavonia like this kind of art. So I make one presentation and I share this.
Kindly make her host, huh? Makanji.
Can
Yes,
I
sir.
share?
Kindly make her host, co-host.
Okay.
She can share her
Thank
screen.
you. About me. Just a second. About folklore. Folklore beginning from English word that creativity based on the tradition of a cultural community which individuals learn and reproduce most orally, but imitation or in some other way, and it express cultural and social identity of that community. It's common in Croatia in the sense of a common name for traditional art that contains forms of literature, music, dances, dramatic expressions, and fine arts. The term folklore was first used by William Thoms in 1856, denoting the creativity and the tradition of simple and uneducated people. By the 1880s, the term was already spreading throughout Europe and America. Culture and music provide personally and socially valuable and a useful way of life in the form of learning, training, personality development, and creativity development. Croatian folklore is also scientifically studied at the Institute of Ethnology and Folklore Research in Zagreb. This is a picture from Croatian folklore presented in Istanbul. Folklore for children to contribute to the comprehensive development of child by using the rich material and the spiritual search of the traditional culture of Croatia, and to develop in the child a sense of belonging to his own culture and tradition, and by pointing out the values of the folklore heritage of Croatia. Benefits for children is development of auditory musical communication skills, motor development, developing self-confidence, development of the social emotion area, and the development of creative expression through movement, dance, and song. This is video. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. I hope you enjoy. And now we have fall costumes. Fall dance is very well preserved in Croatia, and thanks to that we have the opportunity to see if it often on the occasion of various events. Folklore has its own specific costumes or other folk costumes, but it is by no means all the same what folk costume in worn during which dance. Each part of Croatia has its own characteristic folk costume, which can be used to identify where the dance organized and where it was once danced. This picture shows folk costumes. This first is gold embroidery. And we in Croatia have many manifestation for this dance. In mine city, Županja, we have a shocking flower on in Croatia that means šokački cvit. During this pandemic and this year, the event was held despite COVID-19, and here is the girls who is šokački cvit, and first and second place. That manifestation is within the shocking sieve. I don't know it is on English good, but that means šokačko sjelo on Croatian. That is about šokačko sjelo. And in the end, I have second video, Slavonia Wheel. I hope you enjoy in that. So this is the end. Thank you all for your attention. I hope you all enjoy watching my video. I want to say that folklore is a dance that Slavonians people enjoy, very dynamic, which people make happy and positive. Thank you.
Mita ma'am, Mita ma'am,
Mehta, you're not audible.
unmute yourself. Mita ma'am. No, ma'am.
Audible,
Yes,
sir?
Yeah, yeah.
Hello?
yes, yes,
Okay.
yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much, dear ma'am, for your wonderful session and the way you have explained about folklore. Really feel that being connected with our cultural heritage, to be associated with our folk culture, is surely valuable for us. And it's something that comes naturally to us. That is what I believe. Like we in India, like I belong to the Gujarati community, we have this folk dance that is called as garba. It comes naturally to us. Like as a child also our hand would just go like this. So definitely whenever we are into something that belongs to our culture, our folk, it's our folk dance, definitely it gives us lot of happiness and we can surely excel in that. So the way you have explained about folk four is something that is really wonderful. And how culture and music, it helps us in developing our artistic side and developing and also helping us in walking towards positivity was really nice. And moreover, it helps us in developing self confidence and also our motor development. And developing anything that leads to development of self confidence holds a lot of value, because at this point of time when we are talking about COVID, we are dealing with issues related to loss of confidence because whatever is going around us. So this is the right time to get connected to our roots, to get connected to our culture. Thank you so much for this presentation, ma'am. Now I would like to Indra Bhuvan Singh sir, would you like to say something?
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am, for your wonderful way of presentation.
One more thing, I have a question over here for you, Indra Bhuvan Singh sir. Just like I'm a Gujarati and I have Garba, what is your dance? What is your gift of culture that comes from Bihar?
That is, you might heard Bhojpuri
Just
song.
academics, just academics, becoming an IAS.
That's the Bhojpuri. You know Bhojpuri, na?
I know, I know.
So that's very traditional in Bihar and Jharkhand. And
Okay, okay.
Bhojpuri dance is, something like, we used to do in at the time of marriage ceremony. We called in India in Hindi Barati dance, something like that.
I hope
So
it comes naturally to you.
yeah, it's in my blood.
Very nice. So, ma'am, we all have it in us, but to a certain extent, after your presentation, I realized that we were not paying attention to it. So now definitely we will start practicing it again whenever we feel
No,
depressed.
no, I did this my natural dance last 2 months ago when I visited India during my brother-in-law marriage ceremony, and I did fantastic job, and the people appreciated me, and
Sir,
my
you know
all
where you went wrong?
where.
You did not post it on YouTube. So, like as you are in Bihar right now, please make a video, post it so that all of us can make ourselves a part of it by just seeing it.
No, I have some videos. I have
Yeah,
some videos. After this event, I will post from my all social media where you are
uh,
going to enjoy my dance. I did a fantastic job for my for my all these my relatives, and even they also enjoyed my dance. Even though I'm not a good professional dancer, but you are going to entertain. That I can guarantee you.
thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Now I would like to call upon our last guest for this particular webinar, That is Ma'am Geraldine Govender. Ma'am, I hope I have pronounced your name correctly. All I can say right now, without going through your thoughts and views, is that you are extremely beautiful. Over to
Thank you
you,
so
ma'am.
much.
Over to you.
Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you so much. I'm really happy to be here. Hi, everyone. And thank you to Mr. Andrubin Singh for the invitation. I
Thank you
see
so
familiar faces, and I'm also happy to connect with the new guests I see here. So thank you for having me. I'm Geraldine Govender from South Africa. Okay, so the art of positivity. It can be laborious for us to stay positive at times, especially when things take a slight turn away from you. However, we imagine our plans should turn out. What really matters is staying positive, most of the time, and not letting the fears of what might happen, control you into getting worked up and stressed out. Incorporating positivity into your life has been many benefits. Some of you probably didn't even know about. The truth is, everyday people subconsciously or even consciously make thousands of negative statements about themselves or about the circumstances in their life. So in order to stay positive, we must consciously make positive statements that we should use words that have an emotion like, happy or grateful. The key here is to try and feel emotions of the words used. Um, Always surround yourself with the right people. When we spend time around happy and positive people, we feel energized and in return, very optimistic. So additionally, making a good start to the day or how you start your day determines the rest of it. Make a good start to the day by giving thanks to see another day. Think about all the great possibilities your day could bring, and don't just take my word for it, try it. Gratitude. Gratitude will keep your mind on all good things in life. So you don't have time to think about the negative. Be grateful for everything, not just saying the words, but feeling them too. As you can see, the art of staying positive could be life-changing. And all that is required is some time to make it a habit. And the best of all the benefits are worth the effort. Whether or not you count your chickens before they hatch is not as important as caring for the ones that do hatch presently. Because ultimately your satisfaction, peace, and joy is going to come from living the moment. The past is dead and the future is unknown. Being grateful for what you have, optimistic about what you may have, what you may have, and discipline. Working in the present to get what you have and are the ingredients for a positive life. If all of your fears came to life in the past, you have reason to be skeptical and negative about your future, your goals, about yourself. However, that is not the case. Remember that it is your mind playing tricks. Being positive doesn't mean that you hide in a cocoon and hope that all good things will happen automatically. It is about working towards your goal, regardless of what comes your way. You will emerge stronger and a winner. Positive thinking is not as simple as it's often made out to be. It's very difficult because negativity is everywhere. We are programmed by our survival brain to process and react to negativity, though we are evolved to survive threats. And all that is a result of having those thoughts is the mind is everything. What we think, we become. And the mind is incredibly powerful and having the ability to shape our reality. Everything we see, experience, and understand is filtered first visually, then mentally. So our thoughts can have a huge impact on a personal reality. Viewing life through positive lens is so essential when it comes to success and happiness, especially the world of art. The international practice of the intentional practice of living the moment helps you deal better with situations in front of you. Positive isn't achieved simply by ignoring the problems. You should not feel you have to carry the weight of the world by yourself. Choose a few trusted friends and talk through your frustrations at hand. Talking to people at times helps you release any pent-up emotions, steering you towards negativity. Gives you the opportunity to realize you're not only the one that has had less than ideal experience. Plus, you can also ask constructive questions to help Fix the problem, you will get some perspective and feel less isolated in your problems. Also, positivity is linked to resilience or being able to adapt in the face of adversity because life is hard and dealing with tough times will unavoidably, and because the positivity is not achieved by avoiding tough situations, but learning to wade through the choppy water with your head held up high. Lastly, being positive improves more than just your mood. Um, though that's just an amazing benefit, you will also be able to think more clearly, put situations into perspective, increase your creativity, and leap all bound of obstacles standing in the way of success. And always remember that positive thinking is one of the most valuable tools that is abundantly available and in our reach, and most importantly, it is free. It was really an amazing topic to talk about. I thank you, Mr. Indraban Singh.
Thank you so much, ma'am. The tips that you have given are something that we need to remember, and this is what would be the takeaway of this webinar. You have emphasized on something that we intend to forget. That is the importance of self-talk. We we kill ourselves with our negative self-talk. We keep telling ourselves that I'm not good at this, I cannot do this, I do not have this. Why to always concentrate on this negative things? Then the importance of staying around with positive people. If we stay around positive people, definitely we will also gain some positivity from them. So we need to get connected to the right people and practicing gratitude rather than just complaining of what we do not have. We actually need to thank God of what He has already given us. And the art of staying positive is surely a life-changing experience. That is what has been told about you. So we all would be trying to stay positive so that we can also seek transformation and we can change our lives to be a better one. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. It was really such an amazing topic. It always goes back to positivity. We all are learning each day to practice, positivity in our everyday movement or thinking. There's always negativity everywhere. So I was really glad to be a part of this amazing topic.
And the tips that you have given are something that we are surely going to remember for long, I'm sure. Indubhuvan sir, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, I would like to compliment her for her nice way of explaining things, and she's very impressive, very beautiful. That I can see even, and very rightly said. What I can perceive from her means discussion, self-realization and self-confidence is very important. Even this art is also a kind of your gesture, or you can say it's a kind of your attitude. And every human being has their own way of art. Art is inside ourselves. It's not like something is coming from outside, or we are gaining something from outside, but it is internal. And your inner soul should must connect with your outer world. Then we can create some good dynamics. So very nicely said, Geraldine. Our self confidence is very very important, and we have to keep thinking in a positive way. We have to trust ourselves in spite of talking with other people, what they are going to tell us or what they are going to think for me. So we should avoid this kind of negativity from our mindset, and you must have positive attitude, which I can perceive from your all discussion. And that's why I can see that you are always charming and very live, and you don't mind people what they're going to think for me. And I think so. This is the need of the hour, and everybody should think in that direction. What I believe, that's right, and we should have self-confidence. So once again, thank you so much, and stay healthy and blessed.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I would like to call upon our next speaker, that is Ma'am Christina Scaler. Ma'am, as she's an academician, I really wish to go through your presentation, ma'am, because I'm myself an academician. So I consider you as a person from my community. Welcome to you. I welcome you, ma'am, and over to you for your views now. Ma'am Christina Scaler.
Thank you. I will say hello to ladies and gentlemen around the world in the organization Devadithya Foundation. The excellent name of this meeting is the Art Way of the Positivity. Thank you all the speaker before me. I will say something. It's my great honor and pleasure to present my subject, the world of fractal drawing. I will let my screen share with a short video, and I will thank you before and after. For Yanarita, she said art therapy with colors, and thank you for introduction in my subject. When we choose some color, we control our feelings. That is her words. We have in fractal drawing intuitive circle. It's under control, and corrective circle is we make decision which color we use. And I will follow up on Rania Lampu, the STEM and arts. Thank you for everything with said in science language. That is true in real world and practice on field. I must say that I'm in capital city on Croatia, near Austria and near Italy and near Greece. And I will now in my heart and my present mind with people in Greece, where is the earthquake now these days. And we have year before, when start pandemic and everything is on lockdown, in capital city on Croatia was extremely hard earthquake in this our city, and nothing's changed and nothing's built till now. And before 2 months we have extremely hard earthquake in Petrinja, Glina, and Sisak, and everything is a disaster. Houses are gone, and my students from my school live there, and they have lots of stress, anxious, and it's everything what Rania said that is here in my subject, and I will show what is possibility of this art what I want to share. And Yasmin Hassan, each draw will be better for your future. You don't know what your talent is, and we do not our future. We do not know what our future, but which each line and color we choose, we improve our future. Now I share my screen, and I want to show this presentation, which is for my students. And I think now it's going. Do you see?
Yeah, we can see.
Yes, yes. And this is my presentation to involve you in fractals. What is the fractals is the Mandelbrot definition. And what is the fractal drawing? It's a new art therapy from Russia. Tanzilia Polyakova started in 1990s. Years, and my teacher and my best friend Martina Kosets make in this area in Balkans, from Macedonia, Serbia, Bulgaria, Romania, Slovenia, Croatia, Bosnia, 10 states around. We practice the fractal drawing. Fractal drawing applied to personal growth and develop working with other people. Possibilities are drawing artistic fractals, intuitive and large correction cycles. We have artistics. Artistics is something like this small. Did you see? Like this small, something like small angels, or see I made my book with this. And when we make fractals, we choose what line we made, and that is some rules when you make the drawing. I want to show something like this. Yes, something like this. This. And what we are doing, we have artistic fractals, intuitive. Intuitive is when you choose the color with closed eyes. Correction cycles is for the purpose of developing creativity and correcting a person's inner state. Fractal drawings is the method, a new form for art therapy that is connection with Yanarita Marmotti, which she said the color and the art therapy is the best. The creator is Tanzilia Polyakova, clinical psychologist and family psychologist from Russia. The method helps people with experience of trauma who are in stress, depressions, anxiety, and other harmful psychological conditions. It also answers questions about how to get to know yourself, how to access information hidden in the deep of your subconscious, how to recognize life goals and achieve accomplishments, and how to rise in a new level development. A fractal drawing is an energy drawing. Its vibration penetrates our body, thoughts, and feelings. We talk about what color is what emotion. We have in this area 3 books like this. The Well of Fractal Mudrasti, I will show, and Street of Love, Street to Yourself, like this. And we have a magic net for the children, and we explain what is the color, and we have for children what is the meaning of one color. And here we explain to children what is the color of the brown color, what is the story of the brown color, and they learn about color and the lines and the shapes. And because of that, that is a vibration penetration in our body, thoughts and feelings. By the drawing fractal, we open ourselves to higher consciousness and release creative energy. A fractal drawing is a specific type of drawing that is drawn with the eyes closed in the initial phase of drawing a line. The first part of the drawing of fractal drawing, we must close our eyes. We have the paper, we have a black pen, not flamaster or something like this. It's a pen like this. It's chemical pen like this. Did you see? With this pen, we make net. With closing eyes, we made I must tell my hand what you are doing. Shapes, lines, rectangle, rectangle, spiral, etc. And when I made, I connected first and the last point. When I used that, when we made it, when my students made it, when the other made, you must connect your brain and your hand. And that is what says Rania Lampu and Yasmin Hassan said. Each draw will be better for your future. And that's it. That is point that we connect our hand in conscious with our brain. And after that, we use for initial intuitive cycle. Intuitive cycle have 8 drawings. We choose, we have a box for with the pencils, color pencils. Did you see something like this? And we choose like this, from bottom of box, you choose the color. And you choose one color in 3 different pressures. You know, you have pressures like this. You have pressures like darkness, middle, and the soft. Do you see these differences? And each pressure is the, when I was angry, like this, I'm the strong. When I was in the middle, it's okay for me. And if I have gentle pressure, okay, lazy, I'm not introduced in this. And that is for the pressure. And when I coloring that, with one color, I must make 1 until 10 spaces, 10 little spaces. Not when I made the red one, the near one is not be the same color. There must be the different colors around, and that is the next rule. And because of that, we connect by inner self when we are make the line and when we choose the color, the pencil color. And that is intuitive cycle. When we made the corrective cycle, then we made special loops like this, or some small spiral like this, rectangular spiral. And that is some stars or some letters, and we made we correct our neurons. What Rania said, that art is a neuroeducation, and she thought that we made some new neurons nets in our head when we made the new movements with our hand. Some drawing made by non-dominate hands. On paper, hand drawing different patterns and create fractal forms full of fields of different size. After drawing a continuous line in 60 seconds, we draw this line 60 seconds on A4 paper. On A4 paper, we choose spontaneously or according to instructions color. Coloring is performed with open eyes, slowly, neatly, and in the detail. I want to show some children. Wait a minute. This is when is a lockdown. When was lockdown, and the first my lesson on online. It was anti-stress therapy for drawing, for what we are doing in this area in lockdown, and the children didn't finish. That is the one opinion what we made with children when they don't finish the drawing. That is very important information for us. This drawing Also, he didn't finish. This boy didn't finish any of them. You see now, this boy make the dimnjaci, dimnjak, when you have on the earthquake, when this earthquake make the, when smoke goes down, go up, the something is broken. Wait a minute, I need the words. Wait a minute. Chamberlain, thank you, Chamberlain. This boy moved the 10 of Chamberlain on the roof of that earthquake area, and he didn't finish these. And look at the which color he used: the black one, the red one, the green one. Is very important what color he used, what his unconscious mind take it the color and made the nets, made the fractal drawing. And because of that, after initial intuitive cycles, we made corrective, and something like this. We have hand of health. This is underneath, you see, around underneath fractal net, and my hand is here. Wait a minute, like this, my hand, and healing. We have something like this for Rania, connecting left, right side and the right side of our brain. What we are doing, we science and the lines and this, we connecting with the coloring, and we connecting together. This is so small story. What the color we use? The yellow is the sun. The orange is the rising sun, and this is the sunset, pink or violet, or the flowers, and the blue one is the blue sky and the clouds on the sky. What is the green? Green is the grass, green is the leaf, and the and this brown is the tree and or earth. And if you made this drawing in the hospital with the illness people, they have frequency of this color, and they have better recuperation of their illness. I want to say that this fractal drawing method is 30 years making in Russia and this area on Balkan. In this area on Balkan, they practice with judges, with medical nurses. They practice with soldiers. They practice in the jails with the people in the jails. They practice with the children with special needs. As Indra Bhuvan said, the children with special needs or the people with special needs, they have potentials, they have problems, but how they clean that or to put on the paper and bring or build it on something new. And because of that, we have a lots of excellent benefits for the children, people and old people in the hospital. Because of that fractal drawing is benefit for all. And we have this in lockdown practice for my when we have last year student, they go on the market. We made the project from fractal to potential, to inner potential. What is their vision of next 5 years, and then build their potential with the coloring. In this book, wait a minute, my book, yes, sorry. In this book, we share what is the meaning of the color. Something like this. Me, did you see me? and build with the color what you need, what is your personality. And something like this. And that is my point to share. And if you want more information, Martina Kosets made online education, and because of this pandemic sources, and that is better because lots of people from Europe came in Zoom, and she shared the knowledge, and you can find her on Facebook, because Tanzilia Poliahuna, it's hard to find the time to share knowledge. We have once a year conference with her. She came from Yekaterinburg in Russia, in Croatia, or with Zoom we made conference, and that we see what benefits of fractal drawing, which said, wait a minute, Yanarita said art therapy with colors. That is our new method of art therapy with colors. And the people, when they got the rules, how they paint the nets, the fractal nets, they can make by their own and share with Facebook or Messenger what they're drawing, and correction, Martina or Tanzilia or other teacher send what is the correction of your personality. And that is important to build yourself, inner self, and how to be better and find your potential. Do you have any questions?
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, you have come up with such a nice presentation. It's not just presentation, you have also demonstrated your art, the way you have arranged everything around you. It shows that it actually showcased the true teacher in you. And definitely I also need, not only me, all of us need to learn this from you, ma'am. It was a wonderful presentation, the way you have explained it. Like, I'm not good at drawing, and all I can do is I can just make circles and all these things. But I never knew that these scribbling and these circles that I make without any serious thought in mind, that can also be made beautiful. So definitely through your presentation, we have learned a new art today. And the key points of your presentation were that color controls our feelings, and you have also, oh wow, beautiful.
You can be you cannot be the extreme artist. You can find the motive. You see, that is not the people who are artisan. They are just amateur in fractal, and that is the point. That is the whole
Wonderful.
point
Ma'am, it is
what you are
something that
saying.
is new. Wow.
Yes, you can find on Facebook Brigitta and Martina Kosets. You can find you have Indra Buvan, my presentation. He have my presentation, and there is Martina Kosets or drawing the fractals. You can have.
Ma'am, would you mind sharing the link on in the chat box of
Yes.
this? So, ma'am, we
Yes.
can at least like your page,
Yes.
or we can just subscribe it. Ma'am,
Yes,
thank you
thank
so
you.
much, ma'am. It was actually a learning experience through this presentation of yours. Indra Bhuvan Kumar Singh, sir, would you like to say something? Ma'am, teachers like you are actually required in this current scenario, ma'am, who are teaching from their heart.
Unmute, sir. Indrabhavan, sir, unmute.
Sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
It was really wonderful, I can say, presentation and way of demonstrating the things. And it's a real, I can see it's a practical class. And you are a real teacher. And how you presented all the cases, all the guest speakers' key points in a nutshell in your demonstration. That was amazing. That was fantastic. And especially how you draw doing drawing and from the behind, where your brain is correcting with the hand. So this is the combination, how the brain, mind, and soul, these all three together come for the better coordination. And rightly said, for these fractals, even from long time, I wanted to hear too many things on this topic. So maybe next time I would like to have more discussion on this, especially on this topic, where how this can improve or how they can improve the thinking or thought process of the younger generation.
Just the last one. I made my cycle, intuitive cycle of 21 drawing. After that, I made in 1 month. And after that, I publishing 2 books. I'm going on the World Skills International in Kazan in Russia. I made 100. It's a lot of energy and a lot of new benefits in your life came after you made some this. And the children, when they have just a minute, ADHD, they are more focusing, they are more, I made in my presentation, but I didn't read everything. Anti-stress therapy, better focus, connecting and left and right hemisphere of the brain, increasing creativity, opening and strengthening our own potential, sense of security and stability. What you are doing when you made like this, when you're shaking your hand, when you're shaking like hand, just movement like this, close your eyes and slowly movement make what you are shaking, like mother shaking the baby. You see,
Fantastic.
you see, you back when you are so safety and so protected, and that is our point when we are growing up. Sorry for this. Sorry too much.
Yeah, Christina, I can see, you have a vast knowledge of, this art that I can perceive, and especially this all your connecting topics like connecting left and right brain. What is the importance of left and this coordination between these two brains, anti-stress therapy, and I really feel very happy today. And I would like to thanks Vedrana. She connected to you, and a special thanks to Vedrana, and I really appreciate. And today I have one, even I want to show you something. I have one student for you in this webinar. He's my brother-in-law, and he's also a very great artist. He always doing something, something innovative. If you can see, I think so. You can. Is it visible? These are
Yes,
some, these are some arts like that he is doing in the house.
Excellent. Excellent.
And these all are made by him.
Wonderful. Wonderful. A lots of details. Oh, yes. Oh, very nice cartoon.
Cartoons and very new topic. And some this cyberpunk.
wow.
Wow.
He's a great. Means I think so. He's in right now graduation, but his way of doing this creativity is very very fantastic and
Yes.
very innovative. And that I can even I told him to make some picture for me. So he was very great in that part, and some he made some this, I think you know this character.
Yes. Keanu Reeves.
And this one I think so.
I don't know. No,
You
I
don't
don't
know.
recognize. No.
And this one.
That's I.
That is the Harry Potter's wizard.
No. Lord of the Rings.
No, Harry Potter's.
No, the Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. Okay. Yes.
You know. So he's doing fantastic job, and even I'm always telling him do something good in art. where he can become a good artist. And best wishes for him. And I will tell him to connect with you in coming time. And it was really wonderful, your presentation and your way of presenting things. And thank you so much, ma'am, from my bottom of heart. And now, Mita, ma'am, please.
Thank you for this wonderful presentation, which surely comes from your heart. And I'm sure you would excel more and more, ma'am, and you will come up with some new art in future, and we would be witnessing your presentation again. Ma'am, the link that you have just sent in this chat box, I have already sent you a request on Facebook.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Now I would like to call upon our last speaker for this webinar. That is Princess Ogugua from Nigeria. Ma'am, are you there?
Yeah, she's around.
Princess Grace?
I'm here.
Ma'am, now it's time for you to express your views on this topic.
Thank you so much. I'm so honored to be here in this international webinar. And I want to thank Mr. Singh for giving me this opportunity to be here. And Doctor, thank you so much. And every other speakers from all over the globe, thank you for being part of this wonderful webinar. For our audience, thank you for making up time to be here. Today, I'm going to be talking about all right.
Yeah, it's visible. We can see.
Art can play a pivotal role in changing everybody's life in a positive way. And I'm going to be taking my analysis from the current COVID-19 cases, the crisis we're having currently with COVID-19. There's a lot of frustration, there's a lot of demotivation, there's a lot of anxiety in the country, in the world at large. Briefly about me, my next beauty queen, a peace ambassador of World Peace Diplomacy Organization, a multi-conglomerate CEO with beauty, jewelry, body care, modeling. I'm also a humanitarian and a keynote speaker. I want you to know that art touches everyone's life in a very positive way, and it brings about new hope. It brings about happiness and faith in the future through diverse dimensions. Art is life. Everyone deserves to be very happy. You and I deserve to be very happy. Let's look at our background from the COVID-19 cases currently. And we're taking mine from the World Health Organization. The COVID-19 pandemic, that is coronavirus 19, has led to a dramatic loss of human life worldwide. And it has presented an unprecedented challenge to the public health, to the food system, and the world of work. The economic and the social disruption has caused by the pandemic is so devastating. Tens of millions of people are at risk of falling into extreme poverty, while the number of undernourished people currently estimated at nearly 690 million could increase by up to 132 million by the end of the year. You have to know that there is need for what we need to do to change the course of things currently. We need to change the course of things, and art has a very strong role to play in all this. All right, let's take a look at the problem. What the COVID-19 has brought to us currently in the world we live in. First, it's frustration. COVID-19 has brought about frustration in the lives of people. Many have lost direction and focus as a result of COVID destruction, leaving millions of people frustrated. Then we're also going to talk about the world financial system has been destabilized. Many businesses, especially the small, medium enterprises, have gone into action. Millions of jobs lost, leaving families, leaving jobs, have a very serious problem, that is lack of trust. We no longer have confidence in our friends, we no longer have confidence in our loved ones. Everyone is a suspect. Everyone is a suspect. You can't even greet your fellow friends. We have nose masks, we have social distancing. You go to someone's house, you have to take the use of nose masks, sanitize. We also have depression. That's what COVID-19 has brought to us. Millions around the world have been demotivated. Many have committed suicide as a result of this pandemic. It seems like we have come to the end of the anxiety. Now, where do I begin? What will I do now? How do I sustain and survive? Too many worries running through, but guess what? There is a solution to all of it. We have the first human needs: outside food, outside shelter, outside clothing, and that is entertainment. And you know what? Art is the center of entertainment. Art has a major role to play in changing our lives positively. Today I will be talking about the performing art. And I'll be talking about music. Music, in all probability, music touches our soul so deeply because we humans are born poetic. And life has a rhythm of its own. We are surrounded by sounds and patterns. From what all our guest speakers have talked about, you can see that all these have been linked together as one. Also, we have grammar. Adults can more efficiently sort out stimuli. Grammar affects the brain. We know that stimuli can affect human behaviors. And also dancing. Dancing improves the brain's function and boosts memory. Several studies have shown that dancing is linked to a reduced risk of dementia. In a study by researchers at Albert Einstein College of Medicine, they found that dancing is associated with 76% reduced risk of dementia among the participants. We also have happiness is not as elusive as it seems. It is your attitude to what you have that really matters. How do you react to what you have? How do you embrace it? How do you take hold of it? We also have pageantry. This encourages the growth in confidence, self-image, participate image to go together. And also, this will remind you that everyone deserves to be happy and your existence can lead to someone else's happiness too. I know you know about all those comic people, comedy. You see comedy shows all around the world, people trying to influence people trying to give a positive way to life, trying to make people happy. Many people COVID-19. And this performing art only to have, in a way, brought out a lot from people, made people happy, given them a different outlook to life. What are we going to do? We are going to keep putting smiles on the faces of people. Those of us in the industry are major players in this transformation movement. We must seek to put back smiles on the faces of everyone within our reach. How are we going to do that? By organizing events such as this. We are going to conduct trainings and sensitizations. We are going to encourage the young people to get involved in art. We are going to motivate those that are losing confidence in the future. Before I go into it, I'm going to take a little of your time and then talk about before COVID-19, what I have been able to do, and art has played a very important role in that. I have an academy, and the essence of that academy is to bring young ones together, to groom them in dancing, to groom them in art, to groom them in drama, in modeling, to bring out the best in the school, like the academy. This academy brought them to put them hands. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible, but your presentation is not visible.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Now we can
Yes,
hear
ma'am,
you.
you are audible.
Can you share your screen?
Okay. All right, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. And then we have to remodel these young ones. Today, most of these young ones have found their fruit in art. They are doing so well in different dimensions of art, different performing art, in modeling, in fashion, theater art, music, dancing. They have been well positioned and they are reaching out to people in those aspects, trying to motivate other people, trying to give value to other people. And that is where my initiative comes in. That is where what I focus in. That is who I am. That is what I do. Touching life positively through art. I have this initiative. I have the GCAP. The GCAP is the Girl Child Awareness Program. This is an initiative to reach out to young teenage girls through diverse art dimensions, educating them and impacting them positively while developing their talents and skills. I also have the TOM, which is the Teens on a Mission. What do? They reach out to the young people and empower them for sustainable leadership capacity, building among other young people. And also we have the FOCA, which is the Festival of Culture and Art. That is another initiative which what do we do? Through this program, we bring color and excitement into our local cultural heritage and we promote patriotism. That is what we do. In summary, I know that significant evidence suggests that being happy may have a major benefit for your health. For starters, being happy promotes a healthy and wonderful lifestyle. It may also combat stress, boost your immune system, protect your heart, and reduce pain. And even more, it may even increase your life expectancy. We must do all we can to keep us in the center of our lives. This way, everyone's life will be positively impacted. Love life, love fun, and love art. Art is life, and we have to be happy. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you for this amazingly beautiful presentation, ma'am. It was excellent. And the quote that you have mentioned in your presentation, that is, happiness is not... Hello, am I audible?
Yeah. You're audible.
Ma'am, the statements that you have mentioned, that is, art is life, and the problems related to this pandemic that has arisen, that you have highlighted them so well. And these are the problems that we, all of us, are actually facing. So surely art can be a medium to cope up with these problems. And the various dimensions of art that have been explained by you, they've been beautifully explained, ma'am. And the way you have expressed that art is life and art is something that is everything for us. So, ma'am, thank you so much for your presentation, and we look forward to have you again with us. But now, after this presentation of yours, as this was the last presentation, we do have a few questions from the audience. So there is one question for every speaker. So I would just come up with the questions one by one. And the first question would be for you only, ma'am, because you are the first one over here, ma'am. Ma'am, like you have won a few beauty pageants, and you have connected art. You have explained various aspects of art. Ma'am, as far as these beauty contests are concerned, is it something only for the people who are good looking? Because there are so many people who are really complex about their looks. They do have it in them, but still they do not get a good mentor. They are not treated well. And even after having the desire, they are not able to establish themselves in this world. So what would be your tips for these kind of people?
Okay, thank you so much, Matt. Beauty, we all know it's from the heart. And also, like, I did say that. Let me take a brief history of my getting into pageantry. First and foremost, I didn't have that notion about you have to be beautiful before you get into beauty pageants. No, I was very lonely. I
Ma'am, what all options are
I
there?
was very
Ma'am, your voice is not
lonely
clear.
and I wanted. Can you hear me now?
Bit.
Yes, ma'am, your voice is not
Okay.
clear.
So I was very lonely, and then I thought that beauty pageant is where I can connect to a whole lot of people, and that was the first mindset I had going into pageant where I can meet a whole lot of people, meet a new set of family, meet a new set of friends, and that was my first step going into pageantry. And when I got into modeling, I was made to understand that first of all, you have to have a beautiful heart. You have to have the heart to connect to people. And that is the first stage. And you have to connect to people because definitely you're going to be meeting lots of people from all over the world, visual and physically. You're going to meet each and every one of them. So that was my concept. But I got there, I know that I have to reach out to more people. Pageant is more about charity. You have to give back to the society. What you have inside of you, you have to bring it out and give it back to society. And I have this passion for young people. I want to reach out to young people, and that was a very good platform for me to start. So pageantry is not just about you being beautiful physically. We have other platforms, all the different types of pageantry. We have for the fast ones, we have street modeling. We have for the fast ones, we have different parts in modeling, in pageantry, and it's for everyone, not just for people that are tall, not just for people that are beautiful. No, everybody is beautiful.
Thank you, ma'am. My next question is for ma'am Christina Stocker. Ma'am, are you there?
Yes, he is there.
Yes, I'm here.
Christina, ma'am. Ma'am, as your presentation came from your heart, your art comes from your heart, and everything was like so very well, it was so expressive and it was so very well explained. Ma'am, what would be your tips? Like if some other, there are some teachers also who are attending this session. They have a question that, ma'am, how can we also teach from our heart like you?
Before all, you must love the children, because the children, they need support. If we don't have inside, that is no teacher, that is only speaker. But the teacher is the support where they don't be at home with mother and father. Maybe they have problem at home, alcohol or poverty or something, but as a teacher, we must be oslonac. Wait a minute, Vedrana, oslonac. Sorry. We must be to protect and lead them, and to give them opportunity to fail and grow up. Fail and grow up. Not be angry on their fail, because they are learning. They are in process of the learning, and we must inside be full of love for them, and that is the teacher. But when I teach the beginner of the teacher, I'm the trainer of the teacher, and when in them I must love them, because they are coming in my profession as the engineer. They going to teaching, and I must love them, because if I don't love them, how they show the love to young people?
Ma'am,
Everything
is
inside.
having good subject
Geraldine
knowledge
said,
everything?
Geraldine said the gratitude. Gratitude. Thank you for being the teacher. Thank you for being part of your life, and thank you to show the way of the prosperity in your life.
Ma'am, it is generally believed that just having good subject knowledge and good degrees is what makes you a teacher. Do you also believe in the same?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Our next question is for ma'am Geraldine Govender. Ma'am, are you there?
Yeah, she's there.
Ma'am, as you have been appreciated for your good looks. So it is a well-known saying that a healthy mind stays in a healthy body. So we cannot be as good looking as you are, but surely we can be as healthy as you are. So what would be your tips for the same?
I really agree with what you say. A healthy mind is, can vary from with so many things. Always exactly with our topic today. Just get rid of the negativity, focus on the future, focus on yourself, let go of the hurt, the past, and always every day, always think about how you can better yourself in so many different aspects in life. And most importantly, always help other people, in who are less fortunate than you. It also comes across that you're not just for yourself, you are also helping people in need. And yeah, so I do believe that a healthy mind is quite beneficial, especially with our today's topic about being positive, because it all plays such a major role in our lives. Wake up in the morning, have a positive life, and then throughout the day, you just see the changes within a person. So thank you so much for everybody, and thanks.
Well
Thanks
explained,
for
ma'am. I'm
compliments
sure
as
we
well.
would become 10% of what you are by following
Oh.
these tips of yours. My next question is for ma'am Janrita Amroti. Ma'am, are you there? Ma'am, are you there? Ma'am Janrita?
No, ma'am, no, no.
Thank
Nahin.
Ma'am Vadana, ma'am, would you
No.
like to take up this question, please?
What is the question? I have
Ma'am, it is how, ma'am, see, ma'am, most of the speakers have emphasized that it is very important to connect with the right people to stay positive. How to get connected with the right people? We need to develop our wit sense. And how can we connect with the right kind of people so that we can stay positive and successful? Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, should I repeat the question? Hello?
Yes, ma'am, repeat again.
Ma'am, how can we connect with the right people so that we can stay positive? Ma'am, some tips for that in case if you can provide. I think, sir, ma'am को आवाज नहीं आ रही है, Makan sir.
Yes, ma'am.
मैं इंद्र भुवन
There is
सर
some
मैं ये
network issue.
हाँ आई थिंक शी इज उनको टाइप करके भेजना पड़ेगा आपको। मैं ये दूसरा क्वेश्चन मैम रानिया लाम्पोस मैम से पूछ लेती हूँ। रानिया लाम्पो मैम
She is
are
not
you
there,
there?
ma'am. No, no, ma'am. Mita, ma'am, no. She have urgent work for the different conference.
तो
So
कौन है सर अभी
she
ऑनलाइन?
have
माखन सर who is there available?
only Vedrana, ma'am.
हाँ
Vedrana, Princess.
विब्राइल मैम
Vedrana Sarek.
विद्राना मैम को
Vedrana
आवाज
Sharik.
विद्राना सारिक मैम
Yes,
are you
ma'am.
there?
There is a network problem. And she is not
Okay
able
sir,
to get your
ma'am
question.
that will be all. Like we are coming to an end because it's already too late. We have just tracked this webinar for
Yes,
more
ma'am.
than
Yes,
2
ma'am.
hours. So I would just like to call upon the host of this, the convener, the mind behind this webinar, Mr. Indra Bhuvan Kumar Singh sir, to propose his vote of thanks for this wonderful list of speakers that we had today.
Yeah, thank you.
Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mita ma'am, for this nationally presented this webinar as a host. And I'd like to pay my thanks to my all organizing team, Sweta ma'am, Professor Makan sir, Mita ma'am, and my brother-in-law. Also, which I shown this artwork was also very fantastic. And above all my guest speakers means they did fantastic job. And all my guest speakers from all across the world, from Croatia, from Egypt, from Nigeria, from South Africa, Jordan, and they accepted my invitation in a very short span of time. So it was really wonderful experience and a very very informative session. And I hope so. Our audience enjoyed this show and this session. And let's be in touch. And we are going to continue same sort of more informative session and webinar in coming time. So once again, thank you so much to all of you and my audience on behalf of Devadithya Foundation. And have a very good and blessed day ahead. And last but not the least, tomorrow is the World Women Day, and you can see that how we are doing the women empowerment, because women is the pivotal playing a pivotal role in the transformation of any society, because she is mother, she is wife, she is sister, she can be good friend. So this woman can play a pivotal role in anybody part of life. So we should always give much more importance to them, give big respect to women, and let's big round of applause for all the influential, powerful women in this world and eminent guest speakers also. And best wishes for tomorrow. And let's celebrate tomorrow this International Women's One Day, this Women's International Women's World Day in a good way. So once again, thank you so much on behalf of Devadithya Foundation. Makan sir.
Can I, sir, wind up, sir?
Yeah, you can. Okay, thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much.